Yeah, Rex has put his balls on me.
Yeah. Is it canine balls count?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Then yes. The answer is confidently yes.
Turtle balls for all I care.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had basketballs and maybe a football and a soccer ball for sure on me.
Well, then yes. Again.
Well, then yes.
Yes. I could confidently say ballsing has been achieved.
What is this? Is this episode 42?
This is episode 42. It was the only thing I updated in our docs. I went, wow, 39, 41, and then the 41 notes had 39 in them all over the place.
Yeah, we've kind of let that go a little, but that's all right.
Well, it's almost like we got the structure.
Well, yeah, I feel like that was our training wheels.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes. They're the bowling lane guideline whatevers, the little ramps that keep your ball in the lane for the kids.
The pop-up guides.
The gutter pop-ups.
The gutter guards.
The Chandler special?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use those.
So, yeah, show notes are the gutter guards of our show. I don't think we need them.
No. But welcome to Sad Dad's Club podcast, just in case you didn't realize where you were.
Show 42.
Show 42.
I'm Jim.
I'm Foo.
And we've got the asshole production crew here today.
Are you back from holiday?
I'm back from holiday, yes.
He didn't obviously listen to the last show, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
Tahoe has fucked up service, dude.
Oh.
I don't want to hear any excuses. I just want to see results.
I could have listened today, but...
Even Piper knew the code word.
Uh-huh.
What's the code
word?
What?
Oh.
He doesn't even know the name of the show, let alone...
Wait, what podcast are we doing today?
Episode.
We're doing the Sad Dad's Club podcast, you dipshit.
Oh. Well, so he hasn't listened.
Do we have more than one? Do we get together? Do you guys get together and do another show that I'm not aware of?
Maybe he forgot where to find it.
Oh, yeah. You can get it at Spotify.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Dude, no
Apple.
fucking way.
Apple Podcasts.
Google Podcast.
Holy shit.
YouTube.
I heard those are horrible.
iHeartRadio.
Radio.com.
Oh.
And our website.
And saddadsclub.net.
Wow.
And also you can email us at saddadsclubpodcast@gmail.com.
You know what's interesting?
You don't know the code word?
I think I could have just Googled that.
But you can't Google the code word.
Nope, you sure can.
Piper! I need you!
Hey, no cheating. Either you watched it or you listened to it.
Dude, I'll do it tomorrow.
There are explicit instructions on what to do if you heard the podcast.
Slightly disappointing, though. I haven't seen anybody do a hashtag for that.
No, and the only one that actually made a comment as to the code word was my daughter, so that was awkward.
That's
even Venus didn't.
Now I need to know what's going on. So
well,
tomorrow is the day.
Well, we also had a discussion on whether or not you were fired or not.
Right. I mean, you showed up, so
you showed up, so I guess you're not fired.
Yay!
Hey, man.
Hashtag fake employed, not paid.
Can I get like something to put on my taxes for this?
Yeah, I'll put something on your taxes.
Zero fucks.
I've got a butthole that needs wiping.
What's in the 0F category?
Goes in the deductions. It's all the fucks I give.
Actually, I think you get a tax deduction for working for free. Just go ahead and put it on there.
Do I
just count up all the hours and tell them it was volunteer work?
Charitable contribution.
Sure.
I'm going to put a lot of hours.
Hey, good luck.
Public service.
69.69.
You might want to consult a tax consultant.
You spent your Wednesday nights helping a couple mental handicapped old guys?
That's my favorite thing to do. You should see what I do on Friday nights. It's crazy.
Oh.
Toss the salad.
Is this mental handicap like pong, table pong or whatever it's called?
Well,
table tennis pong.
I thought I was coming over here to help you guys with that, but the table's round, so that just goes to show. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's hard mode.
Yeah,
it's the Chinese checkers of beer pong.
Are we gonna have to figure out a whole new game?
You know what that reminds me of is remember bumper pool? This is the bumper pool of.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, that was...
Remember that?
Yeah.
You always get your ball stuck in the middle one and you can never get it out. It would just...
Yeah, this is dumb. This whole game is dumb.
Yeah. Do you have a real pool table here? Because I'd rather be doing 9 ball or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to just be a tabletop too. Funny, because this is just a tabletop.
Yeah.
One of the things. I mean, that goes back all the way to like elementary school kind of thing. It was they would have the frames, and they would bring out like the bumper pool table, and then they had like a not quite billiard table, but
like a small one.
Yeah,
a small
for
size.
like elementary school kids to make them feel like they knew what they were doing. But
I remember.
Wait, bumper pool, is that like an octagon shape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when my wife and I were dating, they had a game room and with a pool table, and she would school me in there all the time.
Yeah.
F.
Not tracking.
Huh?
F.
Yeah, it surprised me. She was pretty good at, not the best person at math, but she could figure out the ball geometry. Something fierce, apparently.
I mean, do you usually do calculations in your head, or I'm just curious?
It's all
It's
math.
all about angles.
Yeah.
So how do you have a protractor or a compass by chance?
Well, that's probably what makes you good versus like getting your ass kicked. It's like whether or not you can visualize the angles and the speed in which you're putting into the cue ball.
Yeah, you got to hit the
You know,
you got to hit the cue on the other ball at the right angle,
and then all of the variables of if I'm off just a hair or I put too much English or spin on it, how much of that translates to where it's going to hit that one based off the bumper. Oh man,
there's some shots though that have eluded me forever. I mean, we used to go play pool at the there was quite a few pool halls around in our back in the day.
Yeah,
and we used to go play pool all the time. I mean, like a couple times a week we were out playing pool. And there, I mean, so I've played quite a bit of pool, and there are just some shots that have eluded me.
Yeah.
That I've never been able to figure out why.
It's funny that we mentioned that because I recall, high school, so that for me was like the 90s, early 90s. Like once I got my license, that was the thing for us. Like the arcades were still not quite there with games that I was playing, but they were getting there. There was like Street Fighter 2 and like a couple other like random things, but the thing was pool halls. Like once there were a couple like younger aged pool halls, especially right in Grass Valley, right by Del Oro.
Oh,
and it was just called billiards, and that's where young kids went because there was pizza right next door.
Yeah,
and you could play. Wasn't too many like adults in there. It was like a young person's billiards place.
That's actually pretty cool.
And then it evolved more into an arcade and then we would go just to play video games. And then it closed. And then at some point darts took over. Did you ever get into darts?
A little bit. There used to be a place at the corner of Douglas and
a dart shop or a place to play?
A place to play, but at the corner of Douglas and Sierra College. There was like a tiny little strip mall that was in there.
Yeah.
Before the stuff that's there now. But there was a place in there called the Q Club, and it was pool and darts. And so we would go play pool and darts at that place and drink beer. But yeah, so the darts became a thing.
When I started, so that was after I graduated. So
now it's axe throwing.
Yes.
Or knives.
Oh yeah, that's
Where?
the hotness. If I could find a place, I'd go do that.
Me too.
If you
Where
guys,
do we go?
Yeah.
Well, the Smash Sacramento place that we went to on my birthday, they are apparently bringing in dart or axe throwing.
Are you on like a mailing list for it?
No, he was telling us when we were there.
I will do that in a heartbeat.
There's one in Daly City.
There's one in Sacramento.
That's
There's supposed to be one in Sacramento that does that.
We should totally
That's
do
like
that.
knife throwing, I think.
Oh,
I think it's knife throwing. You want to do axe throwing
I want to
specifically?
throw axes.
Oh,
Daly City.
okay.
Well, that's a bit far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like a weekend trip thing.
Daly City, that's Bay Area, right?
Yeah. Tail end of high school. When I started working at the Sizzler, which is no longer there up in Grass
I worked
Valley.
at the Sizzler.
Did you?
Yeah, for like a.
I don't
like
know
a,
what
maybe
it
2
is
weeks.
anymore. It's the it's the Brunswick. There used to be a Sizzler there at the Brunswick exit.
Oh, okay.
It was in the shopping center with the hardware store that's over there. There's an AM/PM. There's a Bear Briar Diner, I think is where the Lions used to be. There was a Lions and a Sizzler.
So is it on the west side of 49 or the east side of 49?
It's on the AJA side of 49.
Okay.
Anyway, it's in that big corner.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all right.
Worked at Sizzler.
damn,
The
Sacramento.
manager and the main chef at the Sizzler were both like heavy into darts, and me as like a dishwasher prep cook.
And were they bringing their own darts and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
So they had like their fucking fold out cases, and every time they opened it, it was like the angels sang to them kind of thing. And so they got me into it. And it was, I was like, something to do to hang out with the cooler guys than me at the restaurant. So it was like passing time. Like, yeah, I'll go play darts with you. I never did well, but it was cool to be included. And the guy who was like 2 years older than me, but also graduated from Bear River, was the main cook. And he took me down to some place off of Sunrise or Douglas that was a dart shop. And it was like his mecca.
He loved that place.
And he tried to get me to like, and I think I bought some specialty fins and specialty weighted. I mean, everything is sold in components. It's like building a computer.
Yeah.
Everything was like
or a skateboard,
parted and special points and weighted at certain points of the middle shaft, and then you had your flights at the end. And what kind
shaft.
of? I mean, it was like. It was nuts. I mean, respect to the people that were
nuts and shaft,
nuts and shafts, but no nut bars.
He said nuts.
Yeah. Respect to those people, but man, I couldn't get into it, and it was expensive.
It's a hardcore muscle memory thing.
Oh yeah, and if you could get it,
yeah.
I mean, it was you were dialed in every time.
And then
like,
what's weird about darts to me? I always found strange was the people who were good at darts, and you're just like, that dude is good at, or that chick is good at darts. Like, it just didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm good at?
Farting.
Yep, farts.
Oh, well, that's pleasant.
There's one.
I'm sure your mom's happy.
Oh, she's proud.
Which is basically a nasal dart.
I said something earlier. Venus was like, "We're on our way home from work," and I'm like, "That's cool. I'll just be here sitting in a noxious cloud of dog ass."
Dude,
because it's just
That's
bad.
whatever it is about the bulldog.
And then
breeds,
she's like, sent me
they
like a
fuck you up, dude.
Oh, gross.
Boxers and French bulldogs.
I believe
Horrifying.
every word because anyway. So yes, billiards to darts to.
I'm all right with that subject.
Billiards to darts to farts.
Yeah. I mean, they rhyme.
Sharts.
Yeah.
There's going to be one. It said it was supposed to open in June. Down on
January?
Trade Center Drive.
Oh yeah.
In Rancho.
I want to say might have been Venus pulled up, or came across in a Google card or like a local news thing that someone was trying to bring it here. But obviously throwing axes. I think it's because they wanted a bar too.
I swear it was Sacramento. Smash Sacramento said they were doing.
Well, yeah, but there's
didn't he
also-
say they were doing throwing?
There's an actual place called Smart Axe Sacramento that's supposed.
Yeah.
It was supposed to open last month, but it
Did not.
doesn't look like it's open still.
Is
Well,
it 'cause
I think it's
they
weird.
have booze too.
Yeah, that's weird, right? Because it's like that's the main thing is it sells alcohol, and then you're throwing fucking axes. Like, hey, let's give the drunk guys axes.
Well,
it just seems like.
So here's the thing. I mean,
darts is similar,
they
but
serve beer and I don't know if
Bang.
it's full booze, but they serve beer, alcohol at bowling alleys, and that's a fucking greased floor. How smart is that? Oh, I got it, Fred.
well,
Past the line, and he's
but
sucking
you're not talking about
hardwood.
a lethal weapon. You know what I mean? Like I've seen
That's
people.
a 15-pound ball.
I've seen people
That thing comes out wrong.
A buddy at work
That's what
fucked
she
himself up with an axe by hitting something that the axe rebounded and hit himself in the head, and he split his head open. So I mean, like, you can fuck yourself up, let alone other people.
Well,
and let's add some alcohol in there just for happenstance. I mean,
Maybe
it's
you
just
should have to
a
blow
recipe
under
for.
0.8 or whatever the fucking legal limit is to be able to huck
You
it.
got to blow to blow the throw.
Below a
You're like,
sobriety
sir,
test.
you're
Like,
at 8.2. I don't think you should be throwing out. If I can give you it, and you fucking throw it at his face.
yeah.
Give me the fucking axe.
I got it. Shut up. Watch this. Watch this.
Shh, I got it.
Oh, fuck. I'm suing. Fuck him. I imagine
I think
it's
that's
set
a
up.
real conversation.
I imagine it's set up, hopefully, with like a
long
bar that's at least waist high that you have to
for the alcohol.
Well, that too. That you're not turning around with an axe.
Oh, have you seen videos of it?
Are you talking
No.
about?
Oh, it's just to open, like, it's like
Oh, well, that's
thing.
gonna go
You can-
wrong
that
in
shit can
California.
come back and hit you, like, no joke.
I
Like,
think even better would be as if they just kind of put some tables around the axe throwing area
Yeah.
where people are eating lunch casually.
Oh, waiter. All the drinks around the house. Yeah, I'm sure.
So I mean, it just seems kind of wrong. I mean, it's right. It's
yeah, but
right.
we were fucking golfing goddamn beer bottles, bro.
What?
That seems worse.
I know.
Yeah, but
I mean,
we weren't golfing beer bottles around other people.
Something tells
Yes,
me.
we were in a fucking confined space.
Well,
together.
you and I were in there, but we paid to do that.
Yeah, but I'm sure they have like a safety line where no other people can cross.
I'd have to see it just because I can't imagine it's open like a bowling alley lane.
Here.
I mean, it's pretty open.
Oh boy.
See?
Yeah, there's nothing in front of your feet or whatever.
I mean, what happens when you're a noob and you like throw it and it goes through the wall? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it.
You got it.
boy.
You got to start somewhere. You're not throwing axes in your backyard before you go there.
God, those guys are total tool bags.
I think they're just dicking around.
Well, I think those aren't.
Oh, see, there you go.
Those aren't the only tool bags that are going to be there.
Right, but there's fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. You're only going to be on the side of the slots of people that you'd be okay with maiming you with
So
an
it's
axe.
sort of like skee ball,
Yeah,
but with axes.
yeah, and something
And alcohol.
God, if you go to an axe throwing game or axe throwing thing where you're all going to be consuming booze, you're not going with friends that you don't trust.
Yeah.
Right?
If you go and get hurt
like,
by an axe
hold
somewhere
on.
where
Like,
you're purposely throwing
Jim's
axes,
Jim's
you
5
have
shots
to be
deep.
okay with that.
Chandler,
Am I okay with him sitting here with a fucking axe? I'd be like,
Chandler lost
yes.
a tooth to his best friend just standing around at his house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if his friend was like, at some point tonight,
We're going
when
to
you
go
bend
throw
over,
axes.
I may like jerk a bottle up in front of you and may knock a tooth out or something. I may cut your head. The awareness would have been there, and Chandler would have been like, "Okay, so one of these times that I bend over, right?"
yeah.
It's different than being caught unaware. If I went
That's-
to take,
yeah.
if I took you billiard to play pool,
Yeah.
and I whipped out an axe and threw it across at the table, and it cut your hand off, you'd be like, "Dude, what the fuck?" It'd be the same.
All right. Well,
It'd be
I
the
mean,
same.
Yeah, I
if
feel
I
like
go
you gotta-
axe throwing with you,
Yeah.
I'm probably watching how much booze you're having.
There was a
and how much I'm
conversation.
having.
There was also a conversation like, "Hey, let's go axe throwing," and you went, "Yes, let's go axe throwing.
Yeah.
Let's get in the car together and go axe
Yeah.
throwing."
If you get
Yeah.
injured, you were in a place where they
Right.
were hucking weapons.
Like, I wouldn't do that.
So,
Now, if we
you
were
know.
to go down to Vernon and pick up someone during the farmer's market and be like, "We're going axe throwing and we're also going to drink," I'd be like, "I'm probably sitting in the car while you guys do that."
Well, you're gonna be
But if
missing
it
out
was
on
like
some fun.
you, me, Dataz, and Mike, let's go drink booze and throw axes at lumber, I'd be like, okay. Well, how?
He'd be like,
You know,
minus data's question
Are you
mark?
gonna like blindfold me too? Because then we'll film it and then we'll see who can hit the target.
Can we start with an apple on your head?
Yeah, go stand at the target. How
Yeah.
much do you love me?
Yeah. Put this grapefruit up there.
Yeah.
Can you put four? If I stand with my head where the fucking bullseye is, can you put them next to my
Yeah.
shoulders and head? You know
If you
what I'm saying?
can't finish the Four Loko in a minute 30, you get to stand in front of the target.
How come we didn't shotgun those Four Locos? That's my question.
Because they were you couldn't. I don't think you could.
Oh, bro, I could definitely do it.
Oh,
I'm not saying I wouldn't throw up after. I'm just saying I could do
dude,
it.
I'm like 48 years old. I can't deal with that shit.
Dude, do you hear someone making excuses?
I'm a fucking sad dad, dude. I'm not a
Clearly.
I am not a 22-year-old.
Bro, but if you do things that 22-year-olds do, are you really 48?
That's funny too. So, like, have you golfed totally tanked?
Yes. What? Wait, what?
I've never had a beer
no.
and the golf club in my hand at the same time.
I really don't. I tend to stay away from drinking beer while I play. It kind of
I have.
detracts from it for me.
Oh, I've gone out with Venus's brother and
Gotten lit.
oh my god,
Ripped.
totally
Yeah.
ripped. And then with her grandpa and Keith's dad, which is my brother-in-law's father. And just if we're still hitting the ball on the first tee shot swing by the 9th hole, we have not consumed enough.
Now that
Wait, I'm saying, run that by me again.
If we if we can still hit the ball
Okay.
That's
on
the
our
whole
first swing
Okay.
by the 9th hole,
Okay.
we haven't consumed enough.
Okay.
So what usually happens is by the
big
ninth hole, golf cart shenanigans are starting to happen. So we haven't made the turn yet.
So it's the legal drinking and driving.
Oh yeah, so we're
Can you get a tee while like that? I wonder.
and then
How did this golf cart end up in the lake?
I don't know.
But I saved this 6-pack out of it.
Yeah, here you go.
Still got the banquet, baby.
I made par. What's par? I don't know. We didn't count. What?
I don't know. Put me down for 1 under.
Yeah, it gets silly, stupid, and then by 18,
Shit, I need
it's
to be
like call the wives to come get us because
So I remember one time Chandler and I were playing at Wood Creek, and it had
Not
rained
sure where
quite
this
a
is
bit.
going. I don't remember.
And you and I were sharing the
I
cart,
think I remember where this is
and
going.
we
now.
were with Shannon's dad and her brother, and they were in
Yeah.
the other cart. And we're coming down one of the fairways, and you come down a hill, and at the bottom, it was like the cart path was flooded.
oh yeah,
And I mean,
yeah,
I just
know.
gunned it, and we hit that, and that's the kind of stuff I love is just cart shenanigans, like you
Oh,
said.
yeah.
And then one time we were playing up at Southridge in Yuba City, which isn't there anymore, and it was so wet. It was winter play, and the cart was going sideways and it was like sliding. And then Raj and Ryan got their cart stuck in a ditch. Raj gets out to push it, and Ryan hits the gas pedal, and it just kicks mud. Raj just got covered in mud. I mean, just so much funny. I mean, I remember laying on the seat of the cart just crying, laughing my ass off. So
Yeah.
some of the funniest stuff ever.
So
Anyway,
I have a question
I
for
dig
you
that
then.
stuff.
Speaking of golf, so did you play on the team over at Roseville High?
Yeah, for 4 years.
Okay, so I have a question for a family nephew.
Okay.
That's only from me. Is there something he should be doing to prepare himself
Play more golf.
to make the team outside of playing golf? Is there
Go see a swing coach,
singing? Okay,
and I would just practice as much as
Just
possible.
play a lot of golf?
Just keep ripping.
Also,
is it hard to make the team, or like what
depends
are
on
the
the school.
qualifications
Like,
in making the team?
Do they go somewhere around here?
I don't know. Oh yes, they play over at Wood Creek, or he plays.
Is he going to go to Roseville?
He's going to Roseville High.
Oh, no, it shouldn't be hard.
Okay,
Yeah, the coach is dope.
is he?
Fook.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
wondering.
Is he 8th grader now?
He's going in freshman this year.
Oh,
Yeah. Is there
maybe I
one
can-
team,
if
or
he-
is there?
there's
give
two.
him his
there's
name.
a junior varsity and there's varsity.
Yeah.
Depending on who they've got. I mean, when I was there, I was varsity 4 years. So, do you know what he's shooting?
I do not.
Okay.
Well, Chandler can put a good
Yeah, I'll
word
text.
in
I'll text
if you give him
Fook
his
and-
name.
and,
All right.
and tell him like.
He texts with him all the time with the coach. All
Really?
The time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'll touch base.
Yeah, Fook knows Chandler well.
Cool.
Yeah.
When was the last time you played?
Well,
Oh, because you're back.
September,
Huh? It's probably not too.
Yeah, September probably.
When was the last time you
Theoretically-
swung a club?
do you remember?
You?
Yeah.
No. Oh, me?
You?
For
Either
me?
of you?
It's been a little while.
I would say for me, September, October.
No, wait. Didn't we just play recently somewhere?
I haven't played since I've been moved out.
Oh, for shame.
Because
I just
got
saw a
hit-
thing.
It's been a while.
I ended
got
up in a
hit.
rabbit hole thing. I don't know how. It was a guy who was testing a. It was a slice, not slice proof, but a slice correcting ball.
Oh, I just read about those. They're
Did you?
banned.
Yes, they're not PGA. You can't use them in
Slice
tournament
correcting
play.
balls?
They
Yes.
don't. They're resistant to hooks or slices.
Yes, it has a dimple pattern.
Yeah.
That's it's well, I mean, if you were to oversimplify it, it's like a wiffle ball. There's like dimples in a specific pattern on one side of the ball, and it essentially corrects like,
Interesting.
the slice
The spin.
spin that you
I'd love
put
to
on
hit
the
one and
ball.
see what I can do with
It undoes it, and it does make it look like it's
wobbly.
doing weird shit in the air, and it shortens your distance.
Oh, that's bullshit.
But it ends
it's
up on
like
the
a
fairway?
75% correction
Oh,
to
wow.
slices and hooks. And this guy went out and he did it. He's like, it's shorter, but if you are a
Hardcore slicer or
if you
hooker.
have problems with slices and you're playing with people who are you just go out and you have fun and you play golf and it's it will help you.
Yeah. Well, Dataz is
enjoy your day.
He's a hardcore hooker. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like to give that up, huh?
Yeah,
That's Friday
okay.
nights tossing salads and hooks.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
theoretically, if anybody else wanted to, I would theoretically go to hit balls tonight at Wood Creek. Theoretically,
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
If such
Hypothetically
an
and
event
theoretically.
was
Yeah.
available.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea.
but I'm just saying hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Hypotheoretically.
Hypothetically.
Anyway.
Wow, that went sideways quick.
I just
Have you been drinking too?
Hassenpfeffer.
Did you make one for him?
I did not.
the thermostat looking thing is my straw. So.
So what do you think of those?
That's a stir. They're delicious.
Yes.
I think I had 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how'd that go over at your place?
Did you make them?
Yeah,
Did you
I
make
have
any?
not made- no, because
Bought stuff,
I
but
was going to
didn't
bring
get...
it to Tahoe, and then I forgot to even go to the store.
Oh,
So
you.
I need to go get the stuff.
I'd be
He doesn't even
interested
know
to
where the
know.
store
I
is.
need to go.
Because that's
I bet
just
you
like
Fikes would like it.
drinking a soda.
Yeah, I bet Fikes would like it.
Yeah, Shanna loved them.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. But I think
What aisle is the mix on?
it's in the freezer.
It's in the freezers.
Oh, it's cold?
It's concentrated.
Yeah, the concentrate is cold.
Oh, I thought it was powder.
Mm-mm.
What did-
It's like
what-
something you would make a blended ice
Yeah.
drink with.
What did Mike call it? Goop or something? Or what was the word he used?
I don't know.
Is it goop or
Poop.
Oh, it's not boob.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, how many scoops of the goop? Or he
3.
said something. No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
He said something like that, which cracked me up.
do the listeners know about the thing?
What thing?
The new thing.
Oh, yeah, that was
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to
Well,
hypothetically,
I mean-
theoretically last show.
Hypothetically.
Wow. Was that even a word?
Sorry,
I don't. That was just an exhale with a
I
bunch
think
of
this new tooth is
sounds.
fucking me up, man.
Oh, he's
The-
ready.
Oh.
We
Yeah.
got a heavy
So-
chicken air.
What did you do last weekend?
It was
anything
4th
good?
of July.
What?
Right. Yeah, so
Did I missed it? Just
we
wearing
had
his 4th
it
of
was
July
very low key, and I think we were just gonna do barbecue and sit here and light off a little bit of fireworks. And I think midday, while we were out getting more booze, we got like a text from Mike and Angie,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Doing anything?" Like, "Fuck it, just come over."
Yeah.
And they brought dessert and
Oh, awesome.
we drank more stuff and lit fireworks and had a fun time.
Yeah.
Very low key because I worked Friday, and then I think I worked Saturday. I don't really remember, but it was a lot of
I had
low key.
I had 5 days off in a row.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you return to work refreshed and rejuvenated?
I felt pretty good today, to be honest with you.
I felt your. Oh,
Wait, what's today? Wednesday? No, I felt good today. Yesterday was rough. I was a little tired yesterday. But
yesterday was Tuesday. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, I had Monday off.
Oh,
And,
wow.
Well, I took Monday off.
Oh.
But yeah, we took the new rig up to Tahoe.
Yes.
Shanna had bought tickets to see Pentatonics for her and Millie. It was kind of a surprise for Millie. She didn't know.
Yeah.
We just told her, hey, we're going to take the ATS for a ride up the hill. And so she piled in the car unknowingly. We had already rented a room. And kind of was a surprise for her. And then he was up there with his girlfriend and her dad and all of his friends and her sister and her sister's boyfriend and a bunch of other people.
JJ,
so did you go to the concert too?
No, I'm not.
Fuck
it's like, you know what? I don't want to.
So what'd you do while you killed time?
Chandler and I hung out and we went to the lake, hung out there, and then went to dinner and then I think by the time that's right, we went back to the room for a little bit and then went swimming at the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you stay at a hotel midnight? Or like a timeshare condo?
You know what used to be the Embassy Suites right next door to Harrah's, right on State Line.
Yes.
That's where we stayed.
Oh.
It's called like Lake Tahoe Resort Hotel or something like that.
Where was the concert?
At Harvey's across the street.
That's where they have the parties.
That is a perfect location. The Lake Tahoe Resort Hotel, right on State Line, right next to Harrah's. That's like perfect. And the hotel is awesome.
Yeah.
It's way huge too. There's so many people. How many rooms do you say were there? Like,
well, there's 9 floors and there was like 64 rooms on every floor.
Oh wow.
It's pretty big. Yeah. And it was like a suite, so it had like
you can see
a
all the
sitting
way
room with a table and all that stuff.
The rooms are on the outside of the thing, and then like the inside is empty, and then there's walkways around it.
It's kind of like a hotel you would see in Maui,
like
but with a roof.
Football field stadium.
Like in Maui, it wouldn't have a roof.
Yeah,
it would be open to the outside.
So it's kind of like a atrium in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Place is beautiful, but I would definitely want to stay there again if we could, for sure. Yeah.
Was it expensive?
No, I think $100.
That's funny because we were just talking. Venus's dad and her stepmom came over last night as a late celebration for her birthday and like as a thank you from us to them because we hadn't seen them for watching the kids while we were on the trip. So we went through like pictures and we were talking about some of the places that we had stayed. And one of the more fancy places that we ended up staying, and I can't remember the city, and I wouldn't want to speak wrong. So, but it was a fairly upscale hotel, and to me personally, it felt like the most like that was the one we had,
extravagant or whatever.
Yeah, but not. There was less. I mean, we had more problems with it. Like everything was okay. It was okay. Like we've tried to get into like the pool thing and everything. There were like so many like there's a changing room for the pool and the hairnets for the girls, and it was like a sausage fest in the spa, and we had a problem with our shower.
Yeah,
it was like but one of the lower other hotels with slightly lesser cost, I can't remember where that was. I felt like royalty. Yeah. Like the sheets were super comfortable and soft.
Yeah.
There was marble in the bathroom, and it was like, how much are we paying for this? And it was like it wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
It's like how weird that is that some of these. It's like, was I paying a premium for this one hotel because of where it was?
Yeah.
Because I'm just a simple guy. I don't need a locker to go change into my pool trunks that I wore down there in a compression tee anyway. I'm like, no one else is wearing this shit in the lobby, but I am. Hi, I'm Fu. All right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, but this one was it was like first of all, it's a perfect location for what we were doing.
Right.
And secondly, because it was a Sunday night after the 4th of July, I think everyone leaves on Sunday. So we got the room cheap.
Oh.
But there were way more people staying there than I would have ever expected because when we were coming in like real late Sunday night, walking to the room, it was a ghost town. I mean, everybody must have been in bed or something because you wouldn't think anyone was even there. Then you get up the next morning to go to breakfast, and like the breakfast line was real long and stuff. That was the only. Well, we did have a couple. We did have a parking issue with his car in a Valet.
Valet.
They hit my car.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, they gave him the wrong. They gave him the wrong tag and couldn't find his car. Basically,
it took me like. What was that, like 40 fucking minutes?
Something like that, yeah.
To get my car out. And I'm like telling
and then they had to take
where
him,
in the fuck is my car, bro?
They had to take him back
He's
to
like,
the
they're
key
looking
rack
for it. And
say,
I'm like, what do you
yours?
fucking mean they're looking for it?
Yeah.
How do you not know where the hell my fucking... Dude,
I would be,
here's my thing. If you're going to have valet, don't fuck anything up or don't have valet at all. That's it.
Make
Plain
it
and simple.
self-parking.
Dude, I'll park my car and then I'll get it in 1 minute, not 45.
Yeah.
And don't charge me $19. I asked him for my money back, and he said, fine. And I said, fuck you, bro.
How long did it take them to let you know that they were having problems finding
40
it?
fucking minutes.
Okay, so there's your service gap.
Every single person that
Like,
was there after me was gone. I'm like, dude, everyone else is gone.
Yeah,
Where
but I
the
mean,
fuck
it would
is
have
my
been
car?
okay if they hadn't given you the wrong ticket. But you did.
Well, if
get
they
the
could
wrong
have just
ticket.
communicated with me like way
Yeah.
earlier, they'd be like, "Oh, we don't know where your keys are."
Yeah.
Sir, there appears to be a miscommunication with your key number. Could you please come back here to the kiosk and locate your...
Yeah.
He
whether or
goes,
not-
"I'll have your car out next." 7 cars later, I'm like, "Dude, I want my money back." He's like, "Thanks for counting cars," and I said, "Fuck you," right in my head, and I said, "I want my money back," and he was like, "Okay," and then I was like, and then he was like, because I didn't expect him to say okay, and I was like,
was valet the
good.
only option?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Ooh, man, I don't know.
I know. I was a little bit.
I mean, do you want people to drive that?
No.
Yeah,
I
that's what
I
I'm
would have
saying.
gone looking for a manual parking spot somewhere.
There wasn't a parking.
Where
lot.
was it? Where is
You
the
could have parked
hotel?
at you could have
Yeah.
parked at like Harvey's or Harrah's, but it was like $13 a day. So then that'd be $26.
How far of it was it
10
from
minute
there?
walk, probably. It's directly catty corner from it. But
I would have walked.
Yeah.
I no, I would not. I would have said, I'll pull in here, I'll unpack everybody,
and-
and I will go park my car. I will know exactly where it's at. And if it's raining or if it's snowing, I will schlep all the way to my car and I will come get you. I will be that guy.
Yeah,
But but to specifically to avoid that situation, because if you're in a place, see now it's one of those things where you've pulled back and you've seen the process,
Yeah.
right? So at what point do you then square the circle that says if they're willing to not communicate with a customer for 40 minutes for something as simple as, listen, there appears to be a mistake in a tag exchange. Could you just come over here for 40 minutes?
Well, wait a second, though. 40 minutes, there was a wait between 15 to 30 minutes just to get your car out.
Okay.
That's what the sign said.
But still,
and
if he's
and-
standing there and
and-
they're delivering cars, there's nothing that's... If they're willing to pass the buck on a common sense problem that says,
Yeah.
how long does it take for them to say there's something probably wrong with how we doled out the tags, and to
Honestly,
not come to the customer?
I don't even know how long I could have stood there if I hadn't said anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, if they're going to let that slide, how can you trust the system, not necessarily this specific place, the system to not alert you to, hey, man, when I opened up your door, I dinged the guy next to us. I just want to be up front about it. Like right there, there's no trust in the system.
Yeah.
I'd be like, nope, I'm going to. And if someone dings my car because I parked it there, or I took the risk of going 10 minutes out and I wasn't able to watch it like a hawk with valet services watching it with whatever service they're providing, that's on me.
Yeah. Well, normally when we go to places like that have valet, if they have a public parking option, we always choose that.
Yes.
I just don't want any... I'm so fucking weird about shit. Like, I want to do my own thing with my thing that I own that's a lot of money.
I mean,
I don't want some fucking guy that doesn't know how to drive manual that well to be ripping up my clutch and, like, maybe stalling a bunch of times, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
this particular hotel did not have an option for public parking.
I get nervous when people get out
Did
of
you
my
know
car
that
in parking
going
lots.
up?
Well, they say they have public parking, but it's a couple blocks away. And for convenience sake, for the amount of time that we were going to be there, it was like, okay, we're just gonna have them park it because
so that's I guess it's an awkward hypothetical for me because I probably would have we probably would have been taking the Explorer. So then it would have been, am I okay with that? It probably would have been more like concerning to me because we wouldn't have prepped the car to have someone in it where I would, I don't looking at, my contents of my vehicle unprepared for a valet to be driving it around, kind of a thing.
Well, honestly, I mean, my car doesn't have anything in it yet. So, that kind of thing didn't.
But
really
then it would be like, well,
the things that concern me are door dings and someone else driving your car that you just bought like a week before.
I think valet is bullshit in general. Like, I mean, it's cool if it like makes jobs, but like, I can fucking park my car. There's no point to like.
I would say, yeah. Generally speaking, in situations, it's been a long time. I'll be upfront about that. It's not like I ran into this over last winter or something, but if we were driving my car, Vina, and we were going to a hotel that she had planned or something of that nature, and we were driving my car, she would have known ahead of time to say, they only do valet here. Are you going to be okay with that? And I would have been like, where else can we park?
Yeah, or stay.
Well, maybe. Quite possibly. And I would have been like, don't worry about it. I'll do the walking. I'll do the walking.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we are
pocket.
not valet people. We don't. Chandler can attest. We never park valet. We always park in the commoner self-parking
plebeians.
Yeah, the plebeian lot.
Just common folk.
Yeah. Why don't? Because they just don't.
I wonder where that changes. Where you've got so much money that you don't care about valet anymore. It's like Oprah rich.
They ding me up. It's fine.
Yeah, it's my last 2 records went platinum, so I don't care if you valet this.
I can just replace
Lambo.
that car with another one anyway.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Well,
if you scratch it, it's a wrap.
Like I said, the only reason why I did it was because it didn't feel like there was a good option.
Yeah.
Where we were staying, so it was sort of like, okay, I guess. I mean, I'm not happy, I'm not thrilled.
Yeah.
But it is what it was at the time, and so whatever.
So they found your car without hassle?
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Of course.
Caddies get extra respect.
Oh,
absolutely. Because you're a gentleman.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm
like, what the fuck did I... Like, why are you guys not finding my car? Like,
sir,
what the hell?
Sir, your Cadillac is here. We also detailed it in fully.
Yeah.
We did lose the Volkswagen. But, again... It's a Volkswagen. The Cadillac is fully prepared, sir.
We have gassed it.
Yes.
And washed it.
It's on us.
And vacuumed.
Oh, man. We're lucky. We also bought you a collection of monocles because it appeared you had none.
Yeah. And we left the humidor in the trunk.
Yes. Full of cigars. Mm-hmm. Various.
The Volkswagen we've just put out cigarettes on all weekend.
It's a freshly... Yes. Yes. It was extinguished. You can see it's very ass.
Yeah.
It's so ass.
It's so ass.
It's so ass.
Sorry about that. F.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. So we had kind of the similar thing on the 4th. Shanna's parents and her brother came over, and then we had Melanie and Ian there.
Yeah.
And had the barbecue thing going. We lit fireworks off.
So do we want to talk about it?
I don't know. I'm a little bitter
still
right
bitter
now.
about it?
Yeah. I'm a little bitter about it.
So I will preface this with being upfront. I have not cooked a brisket in probably 10 years. But I will say that the brisket is the hardest barbecue you can ever try and tackle.
Now, I will say this. I have done now several. Mm-hmm. It's still a learning process, but I feel like I've been fairly lucky, or maybe my skills are just getting better.
Okay.
Because the last The last few have just been awesome.
Okay.
And this one wasn't terrible. And it was a different process, I will say that. It was about a 44-day aged brisket.
Okay.
Got it out, got up early July 4th. We were prepping to do a video for the Sad Dad's channel.
Right.
And so we recorded me pulling it out of the fridge and taking it out of the bag and trimming it and all this stuff. And so our asshole production crew wasn't there.
It's me.
So my wife got up early and helped me. And so she was doing all the recording, and I trimmed this brisket and was very happy with the trim it got.
Okay.
Because we're going basically from a Packer brisket down to a regular brisket.
Right.
And seasoned it up and put it on the smoker at like 9 in the morning.
Did you season it with balsamic?
Of course. My balls are always on me. Just if anyone cares to know that. But so it went on at about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it smoked at 2:25 all day.
Okay.
Came close to getting dinner time, and and now you're running up against when it gets dark, and you've got fireworks to light off.
Right.
The temperature was about 26 degrees away from being ready.
Okay.
On the
So that's you were in the stall then.
No, the temperature was rising on it consistently.
Oh, okay.
It didn't really ever stall. It just needed more time. It was a big goddamn brisket.
Yeah.
And I got about 26 degrees away and figured, okay.
People have to eat.
People need to eat. So I took it out of the grill. I had taken it already out and wrapped it.
Right.
And put it back in the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
So this time when I took it out of the smoker, the wrap was completely soaked in moisture.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Well, now I'm firing up my gas barbecue grill to put it on the grill to kind of finish it before it goes in the house.
Okay.
I get it out of the wrap, put it onto the hot grill, close the lid. I turn around, I say something to Ian, and I turn back around and I can see fire going in the grill.
Oh boy.
I'm like, oh shit. So I throw open the grill, and now I'm trying to move the brisket out of the flame, which is now starting to char the outside.
Right.
And as I move it, more moisture is coming out of the brisket.
Right.
So that's creating a bigger flame, and at the point at which the flames were about 4 feet high or more out of the grill is a point at which I realized I have a fucking problem.
Napalm.
And I'm scooting the grill away from the house, simultaneously trying to move shit, burning myself slightly. And people in the house can see what's going on, and there's fucking flames going up, and I'm worried about burning the damn house down. And so finally I get the gas turned off. Well, there's so much stuff coming off of this thing that it just fed the fire.
Right.
And every time I moved it, it just fed the fire.
Is there any chance you burnt the tree?
No, I wish.
Shit.
Not close enough for that.
I was hoping for it. Okay, so.
So I end up start barking orders at Ian because the hose was at the pool so we could top the pool off.
When he says that,
I
it means he's like actually going,
All right. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm more kitty-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Meow.
that's meowing
Yeah.
orders.
So I'm like turning the hose on. Ian grabbed the fucking hose out of the pool, right? And so he comes over with the hose, and now I'm dousing
The grill.
to get the flames out
Right.
around this expensive piece of meat that I bought.
Right.
And luckily, I didn't, get the meat.
Right.
But so I was able to save that. It had a little char on it, which wasn't terrible.
Right.
But it also wasn't cooked to the standard of which I would have liked. So all the fat on the thicker end of it wasn't rendered out like it should have been.
Okay.
And it never quite got up to temperature. It got pulled off the grill, put in the house. None of this was on film because we weren't expecting it. So we didn't even finish it. it ended up going in the house and sitting for a while until I finished some other things on the grill. And then we cut it, and the flat end was great.
Okay.
But then when you got into the thicker part of the brisket, it was a little bit fatty because, like I said, it didn't render like it should have. But beyond that, the flavor was delicious. It was very good. The flavor was very good. It was different than the other briskets that
I was going to say. So, could you notice the difference of the dry aging process versus the ones that you've made prior?
Yes. Yeah.
Is it something describable?
It has a more beefy flavor. It has more of a beefy flavor than regular brisket. So it's sort of because the way that when it ages and then the moisture comes out of it,
right?
It sort of like concentrates the flavor of the meat, which is really interesting. And the fat is really weird when I'm trimming it. Mm-hmm. The fat that was there on the brisket,
right,
would sort of melt to the touch. So the touch of your hand on the fat would, and it would sort of melt under your fingertips, which is really, really interesting. So it sort of does something to the fat. So that was really...
Was it worth it?
That is a good question. 44 days of not having a...
Lower rack of your fridge?
Lower shelf. Maybe not.
Really?
Yeah, I might try doing it for 30 days next time just to see what the difference is. Or maybe not at all, because I've had really good luck and enjoyed thoroughly the briskets that I've done that weren't aged at all. And those have always turned out great.
Are you always getting from the Roseville Meat Company, your briskets, or are you even just like a store-bought?
Well, no, I have bought one at Rayleigh's, and their prices are a little higher. And then I think I bought one at the Roseville Meat Market. This one came from the Roseville Meat Company also, but was a Packer brisket, so it was a lot bigger.
Right.
So the trimming of it was up to me. Was really the big difference. But it was very good. Everyone liked it. You know, all like I said, the flat part of it went really fast.
I wish
I had more to bring over. It's just that it's not, that end of it just didn't get done enough. So a little disappointing.
I got to put that on the list sometime this summer.
Worth doing. I love the smoked brisket, especially.
Yeah.
Especially when you cut them and they kind of break apart in little shreds. That's delicious.
Yeah.
Yum. Yeah, and then we made brisket tacos.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, those were good. So just basically sliced it up in little pieces and then cooked it on the skillet that's a grill.
It was Gordon Ramsay. In his burger meat, he uses brisket and
ground brisket.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see what different people do, what types of beef they use for burgers, because some people use like a 3 meat blend of different pieces of meat.
Yeah.
And that's interesting to me because they have different fat contents and flavors. And,
yeah.
You know? So, but we didn't do any burgers. Other than the vegetarian burgers the girls ate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Vegan burgers?
Yeah.
Were they labeled as meat?
No.
Okay.
Well, probably. They call them meatless, I think is what they call them.
Yeah. Well, of course they're meatless.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
It's like saying a taco is burrito-less. Well, of course it is. It's a taco. Well, of course the vegan meat have meat
there's
in
a whole thing about the meatless companies calling it meat.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But I think that the package actually says meatless. Like a meatless patty or whatever. Instead of meat.
You'd think it would just qualify it if they just said it's a vegan burger. Well, it'd be like, well, duh. Of course it's not. Yeah. Of course it's meatless.
Well, they want to be very clear on the label, I guess.
Right. But who isn't clear what vegan is?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. You know, you've got balls on you,
Right.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So, just saying.
Oh, okay.
It's a similar kind of deal.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Someone's willing to pitch a fight. 54.
You knew what I was going to say.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a funny one then.
All right.
I was gonna go to Dave, but that would be like somber. So
that's
here's
rough.
a question I have as a dad.
Yeah.
At what point?
Do you stop beating your kids?
Well, that too.
Never.
Well, I imagine never.
Yeah.
Did the euphemisms for adult relations start not getting past the kids?
Oh, that happened early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that we've started to run into that with Piper.
Yeah. Well, I think part of it was because he's a dude, right? Chandler's being the older child of being a dude.
Dude, Melly, they're having sex. That kind
So the innuendo stuff with him
didn't far.
Yeah, it just started early.
What is the question?
And but with Melanie, it's weird because it's just now that I'm starting to get comfortable making jokes about that now.
Yeah.
And to the point to where she'll actually laugh at those jokes.
Yeah.
Whereas prior, I probably we had that discussion about her holding the chicken.
Oh yes.
And
Yes.
like even then I was sort of like,
no one made that joke.
No, because it was me. Like I said, it was me and my wife and her, and I thought, well, I mean, I could make that joke. It's a pretty obvious joke to make,
Right.
but I might get the look.
Right.
And then was the joke worth it? Probably, just because
I would laugh.
Yeah.
But
then
it depends.
You want to be that guy, right?
Yeah.
So I just didn't bother. And then I'm like texting you this picture, and then
Right.
I'm getting jokes about because my daughter's holding this chicken.
It was a cock. Let's
literally.
Yeah.
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 And and so Jason's firing back jokes about. Is anyone making a joke
I
about
feel like it was a
Melanie
test.
holding the big cock? And I'm like,
because I don't think you sent any words either.
No.
And it was just like, hey, check this out. And I went, oh man, this is a fucking test.
I gotta say it. I can't not let it go.
I'm like, am I gonna say this joke? And then I'm gonna get, dude, it's my daughter. Because I would respect that,
right?
But then I'm like, and then I think you sent another one. I'm like, I don't know. Hold on.
Well, that's when she had the cock on her crotch.
Yes. I'm like, I can't. I need pre-approval from the dad.
Well,
before I start making this joke.
part of it, just sending the picture was part of the joke.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I mean, really.
Yeah. I'm like,
I just didn't verbalize it.
I'm gonna put this in the meme generator and I'm gonna start cranking out shit, but I need approvals first.
Well, what's funny is we were sitting there and I'm like telling her and my wife like what you're saying back. And,
yeah.
And we're laughing, right?
Yeah.
So they laughed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're good.
No, I mean it's not. It just wasn't. I wasn't willing to go there, and then afterwards I was like, "It is pretty funny."
Yeah.
So
now you know.
Now I know.
So Venus, I don't know where she was at with the kids. It might have been Hot Topic. They saw this like a bellhop bell, the ding ding ding. But on it, it's pink, and on it says "Ring for Sex."
Oh boy, Chandler has that one.
So she bought it, and I was working. I can't remember what we were doing, but they all came in the house, and they came into the office.
Oh no!
And she got me. I had like the hue lights turned to blue, so I couldn't really see the writing. She's like, "Well, you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it. It's a bell." And I'm looking at it. I'm like, ring for sex, and you could Piper like, it was funny, not funny.
Well, wait a second. Was Piper involved in the purchase of this?
Because they saw it, and Venus went, "Oh, I gotta get that." So they were all there. They all saw it.
So was Piper shy about it when they were at the store?
I don't know, but I think Venus got it just part as a like. Just to see you squirm kind of thing, like funny haha.
Okay.
So bought it. We have a very low age audience, like we're making repeated paths.
Quick, talk about dicks.
Yeah, balls on ya. So I think Venus bought it part for the awkwardness that it was making because now Piper is in that space where anyway.
Yeah.
So every once in a while I ring it just to see who's listening. Venus has terrible hearing, so most of the time it doesn't get heard at all.
Too many years of 12-inch subwoofer.
But this morning I'm
ding 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 ding
banging the shit out of it as they're getting ready to
go. It would be on Venus's nightstand or something.
Oh, it's in the office for me to slap the.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Sex, no whammies. Bing, bing, bing. Anyway.
Right. No whammies.
And Zane, no one heard it. Venus came back, and I was just trying to see who would hear it. I'm trying to see if your daughter's going to hear this.
Yeah.
So I banged it really loud.
I feel like she would be in her room, like with pillows over both ears, going no.
Yeah. So Venus starts walking down the hall, and she's like looking in the, and then I hear from Piper's room. I hear no.
See, there it is.
And then I bang, bang, no. And so then they're all getting ready to leave. They're shuffling out of the house.
Well, that's embarrassing when you're talking about it with your about your mom and dad, right?
Yes. So then I'm banging it as they're trying to leave, and Venus is like, oh, and then she's getting hell squirmy, like, we're leaving now.
Yeah.
I'm like, bring me some coffee. Bing, 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 bing. Come back inside the house when you get into the car. Bing, 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 bing. Yes.
That's hilarious.
It was very funny.
That's good times. Well, I mean, we kind of have those. I think we kind of have those moments where it's acceptable, but I don't know. That's a little bit of an awkward thing with your daughter.
Yes,
a little bit.
Hey man, always make the jokes about fucking around me. It's cool.
Okay,
fucking your mom?
No, just in general. It's
well, yeah, that's the difference. That's the awkwardness. Yeah. If he's like. Well, speaking of that, in front of the A4 mirror, after we had the prime rib, your mom was like, I'm full of vegan. Now fill me with meat.
Oh, that was a funny thing that Shanna said. What she says, we were on the 4th of July, she says something like, we were at the dinner table, she says, I'm holding Jim's meat. And Shanna's brother just died laughing at the table. He couldn't even concentrate on what he was doing.
Yeah.
And I think Shan's parents were oblivious to what she said.
Oh, yeah.
But it was pretty hilarious because she's holding a plate of brisket, and she says something about, I'm holding Jim's meat, and Ryan's just fucking dying laughing, and I'm laughing. And
none of those jokes in our group of friends go unlaughed at or unspun into an innuendo for exactly as what it is.
Absolutely. That's what it deserves.
I almost think our group of people steer towards, how do I make this a dick joke?
Everything's dirty.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, we can make anything dirty.
Yeah.
You know?
Lasagna was dirty. Now it's balsagna.
Now it's balsagna. Oh, I love a good hot steaming balsagna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I know Venus does.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, there they go again.
Balsagna is tasty.
I think we should...
I fucking love balsagna.
I think we should charge tickets.
When I go home, I'm going to ask Ashley
tickets?
for balsagna.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, just like that, huh?
Just like that. One story short.
One story about balsagna, and we're all done.
Yes.
Interesting.
We can just keep going.
Yeah?
Let's just shoot next week's podcast right now. Oh. Hey, welcome to 44.
So that's an interesting conversation because we talked about this, how we queue up episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Although we did do it because we had a situation. Right. We did do that one time.
Right.
However, we don't. Normally we don't do that. But I was listening to another podcast, and they record multiple shows at the same time, and then just sort of dole them out, which I thought was interesting.
That's weird.
They did talk about that. We're doing another episode today. We also just recorded this episode.
I feel that wouldn't be hard given the type of show that we do.
Yeah.
But yet, the same blade, the other edge of that sword is that I think part of what makes the show unique to episode is that
it's topical.
We change. If we were to just talk for 2 hours straight, but break it up for 5 minutes as we cut and then start another thing.
Yeah.
For me, as a conversation, I'd be probably referencing
what you
what
just
we were
talked
talking about 15 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And
And that
I don't
would be
know
right.
if that would
That's cheating.
feel
For
like we
us.
didn't separate the show far enough.
Separate.
Unless we said the next 2 weeks we're doing a part A and a part B. So stay tuned for the end of the 1 hour conversation
Right.
as we wrap up next week. I'd be like, well, if you're going to do a, but then you're saying we're going to talk about something specifically
That takes
for
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Exercise the demon.
I think we could talk about lasagna for 2 hours.
Probably. I have a prolific recipe
Yeah.
that involves your face.
On your chin.
Yeah.
That's
Those are chin nuts.
Is there anywhere else to put them?
No.
Oh, you know what? Chandler doesn't know, but on his Mac Pro, his MacBook Pro, right on his fucking balls bar.
Oh, the ball bar?
Yeah, you just drag your balls on you all
Yeah.
over that.
I heard Tim Cook sometimes on the product
boy.
line. He'll just pants off and just squat right over where the
Oh
was
boy.
like-
conveyor belt.
I'm
is
glad
just-
you guys all joined this conference call.
How are we gonna do that? Oh,
And as
Mac
the
Pro
MacBooks
shipments.
roll
Oh.
off the
Yeah.
assembly line, and he's drug his nuts over 50 or 70 of them.
Little known fact, that's why Johnny Ive quit.
I can't design myself out of this, mate.
I'm tired of seeing the balls on the touch bar.
it's not why I designed it.
The goddamn streaks
No.
are driving me crazy.
It's supposed to stay clean, Tim. Clean. It's for your fingers, not your balls. Anyway,
All right.
well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week, the Asshole Production Crew will know the code word.
Oh, maybe not.
We'll see.
It's a pop quiz. We'll see.
We'll find out how terrible of a person he is next week.
Right.
Well, we already know he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
It'll
was
be-
trying to help you out. You just drove that one
Yeah.
into the ground.
Piece of shit.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It's gonna be fine.
Well, it's not fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
everything's going to be okay.
Anyway. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.
Thanks for listening,
All
guys.
right. Bye.